Dolphins fans, welcome into this edition of the Dolphins Today Mailbag. You have questions, I have answers, and we're answering these questions on our live Dolphins show on Monday. Let's begin with John Ruiz, our comments MVP here on Dolphins Today. We appreciate you, John Ruiz. Sign a cornerback and a safety and sign a 4-year deal to Mike Gesicki. And what are the odds for the offensive line and the defense if the Dolphins go to the Super Bowl? John, again, you'd be the most aggressive GM in football. I'd love to sign a corner, especially if Byron doesn't come back. Malcolm Brown is out there. He worked out for the Dolphins a few weeks ago. I don't really think we need a safety. I think we're fine there, even with Byron Jones out for the year. A 4-year deal to Mike, I would love to bring Mike back in free agency, although I do believe that is unrealistic. Offensive line has performed well. I do not think there's a reason to bring in an offensive lineman right now. I've certainly changed my tone on that in the last couple weeks. And the defense. Look, this defense is just going to continue, hopefully, to get better. Hopefully, we see more consistency for the defense. And if we see more consistency, we might go to the Super Bowl. We'll see. Ethan, we appreciate the question, my man. Are there any tight end replacements you have in mind if we don't sign Gesicki? That is a great question. Dalton Schultz is supposed to be a free agent. That is certainly a name that I'm looking at. Brock Bowers out of Georgia is fantastic, but the Dolphins don't have a first-round pick. And no, he's not even eligible this year. Maybe next year. Michael Mayer from Notre Dame, I don't think he falls to second round, though. So we'll see what happens there. But Dalton Schultz is one of the guys I'm looking at in free agency. Katie Mueller. Could Byron Jones return after the bye week? So we're out of the bye week. Mike McDaniel had said that Byron Jones is not going to come back this week. He said that he is still not ready to practice. So, he was supposed to be ready a long time ago, and we're into week 12, and there's still no timetable for his return. So it certainly does not look good that he is going to play this season. What is the percent chance that he even plays with the Dolphins again? Go down in the comment section. Let me know. I mean, with the emergence of Kader Kohou, I do not believe that we are going to see Byron Jones play with the Dolphins again, but go down in the comment section. Let me know. Willie Fan, do you think if Tyreek keeps balling, can he be a top 10 MVP candidate? Willie Fan, I appreciate the question. I think he's already a top 10 MVP candidate. I think he's borderline top 5 right now. Now, do I think it's realistic for him to win MVP? Probably not, because it's a quarterback award, and I've never believed that it should be a QB award. I think Adrian Peterson about 10 years ago was the last non-quarterback to win it. But a wide receiver has never won the award, so the odds are stacked against him. But I think Offensive Player of the Year is pretty realistic. Isaac Hernandez, can we talk about future free agents? Well, I don't think we have to talk about any quarterback free agents, which is nice. Tua is going to be the guy for a long time. If you're talking about future free agents on the Dolphins, I do not think Gesicki comes back. Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. are both slated to be free agents. I expect them to bring Jeff back. Mostert will have to wait and see. In terms of free agents outside the Dolphins, we mentioned Dalton Schultz earlier as a potential Gesicki replacement. We'll see what happens there. But thank you for the question, Isaac Hernandez. Want to shout out Established Titles for sponsoring today's show. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. We plant trees with every order and work with global charities such as One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. You could officially include the title Lord or Lady on your credit card, plane tickets, dating profiles, etc. Makes for a great last-minute gift. And the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot, so we can build a Dolphins kingdom over there in Edelston, Scotland. Again, makes for a great last-minute gift, and they're running a massive holiday sale right now with discounts up to 80% off. Plus, if you go to that link and use promo code chat, you're going to save an extra 10% on the perfect holiday gift. That's the link, promo code chat, down in the comment section. Makes for a great white elephant gift, also a great Secret Santa gift. Joshy, thanks for the question. Do you think we will beat the 49ers with Mike knowing the players and plays? I mean, it certainly is a little bit of an advantage. I don't think it's as big of an advantage as everyone thinks. It's going to be tough to win that game, man. That's the game I'm looking at that I'm pretty worried about on the road in Santa Clara with a very good 49ers team. So we'll see what happens, but if the Dolphins win that game, it's a tough road stretch, those 3 games, because you go to San Francisco, to Los Angeles to face the Chargers, and then to Buffalo. If they go 2-1 there, I'd be thrilled. Chad Jones, the MVP of the day. We appreciate Chad Jones so much, man. I believe Byron, who said that earlier? Who needs Byron Jones when you have Chad Jones? I believe Byron Jones will not come back. I'm with you, Chad. We need another corner, and we'll be set for the Super Bowl. I couldn't agree more, Chad. Let's get you a meeting with Chris Greer, because I do believe the Dolphins need a little bit more depth there. Now, Justin Bethel has been one of the unsung heroes here for the Dolphins. Justin Bethel's been great. You have Kader Kohou, he stepped up. Igbo has been okay sometimes, keyword sometimes, and keyword okay, not great. But we'll see what happens with Byron. I'm with you. I don't think he's coming back. Malcolm Butler's named to watch in free agency. Speaking of unsung heroes, my guy Billy Finns is back in the chat. What's up, Billy? Unsung hero this season. Justin Bethel's been one of those guys. Kader Kohou, also Brandon Shell. Those 3 names are what come to mind for unsung heroes. Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for putting this together quickly, Jack. Biggest unsung hero on the team. Who do you think has been the biggest unsung hero on the Dolphins this year? Go down in the comment section. Let me know. John Ruiz, what are some trades the Dolphins can do in 2023? I haven't really thought ahead to trades the Dolphins can do. Let's say that the Bengals tag Jesse Bates again, and they want to trade him. That's a name I'm looking at. Cameron Reed, who do you like better as a pickup? Bradley Chubb or Jeff Wilson Jr.? That's a tough question. I mean, obviously Chubb is just a better player in general, but Jeff Wilson's had more of an impact so far. I mean, the Dolphins' run game is fixed. We were talking about for weeks and weeks, when is the Dolphins' run game going to kick it into gear? And they did that last week. I really like Jeff Wilson Jr., man. Mr. Braid, do you think this upcoming draft, the Dolphins will focus on defensive players? Yeah, I think that's a safe assumption. I mean, they're so talented on offense. They don't need to draft a quarterback, obviously. They don't need to draft a running. Well, they probably will draft. They don't need to if Jeff Wilson and Raheem come back, but they still should draft a running back. They don't need to draft a wide receiver. I wouldn't mind them drafting offensive lineman, but yeah, I think they'll get a corner with one of their first picks, maybe an inside linebacker as well. Fins up. What's up? If the Dolphins come out and dominate the Bills in our second meeting, how crazy do you think the media will go? And how many haters will we see act like they never hated Tua or our Dolphins? Fins up. Fins up. Yeah, you just hit the nail on the head, man. You're absolutely right. The media, I feel like, is going to completely switch if the Dolphins go into Buffalo and beat the Bills convincingly, like you said the second time out. That's going to be a tough game, though. In Buffalo, in December, it's going to be really tough to win that football game. But I absolutely think the Dolphins can win it. The Bills have looked somewhat vulnerable the last couple weeks. Declan, if Dolphins play in Miami in the playoffs, we will go to the Super Bowl. How awesome would that be, man, if the Dolphins can get the number 1 seed and the road to the Super Bowl goes through Miami? I would absolutely love that. And I do believe, even if the Dolphins are on the road in their first game, that they will get their first playoff win in over 2 decades. David Thompson, is Jeff Wilson a franchise running back? I think he can be. I mean, you look at what he's done with the Dolphins in his 2 games. He has been a difference maker. 26 carries, 170 yards, 6.5 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns for Jeff. He's been fantastic, and I absolutely think if he keeps this up, you have to bring him back. Should the Dolphins keep Jeff Wilson or let him go? Type K for keep or type L for let him go down in the comments section. I'm typing K for keep. The Dolphins should absolutely bring back Jeff Wilson Jr. William Woodburn. McDaniel should be re-signed to a 25-year deal the same way Don Shula was. He's just that good. McDaniel's awesome. I'm not putting him on Shula level yet, man, but I think he could go down as a Dolphins coaching legend. Absolutely. I love the hire when it happened. I love it even more now. He's changed the culture. He's really saved Tua's career as well. Tua had a coaching staff the last 2 years that did not support him. Mike is quite the opposite. Dr. Dummy Betta, with December approaching, we have a second tough challenge. Would we possibly win all 4 games? The Texans is a lock. We're going to win that game. And then we'll get into the schedule here in a second, but then you hit a very difficult stretch. Remember that 3-game road trip that I mentioned? I think we're going to go – I don't think we're winning all 3 games in that road trip. That's going to be really, really tough. But if they go 2-1, I'd be thrilled. Fear the kill, fear the kill. What's up? Who be our biggest cap casualties? Tyreek. He's owed $30 million next year. So, yeah, Tyreek. Bradley Chubb is owed north, I believe, of $25 million next year. Byron Jones is probably the most annoying cap casualty. I think they owe him $17 million. Fins fan rips 0-1. Dolphins trade Byron Jones the offseason for a second or third. I would do that in a heartbeat. I don't know if anyone else would, though. Guys, go down, subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Dolphins News for more Dolphins news and rumors, and be sure to join us for our live shows. Normally, they're every Thursday. Wasn't that way with Turkey Day, but normally every Thursday we're live on Dolphins Today.